The financial bill, there's a whole lot of things that's in it, but I'm going to speak specifically to what applies to crypto, is the digital asset tax. Now, we've seen and we welcome as well the concerns and the considerations from the Revenue Authority and the Ministry of Finance, where they've even decreased the tax rate from 3% to 1.5%. We welcome that, and we see that they listening, and that's why I said we've managed to capture their hearts and they understand why we need to progress. But there's certain, I think, terminologies from traditional finance compared to our space that make it a bit difficult to copy and paste certain mechanics. It basically says that every transaction you get taxed on. There's no real definition for transaction. There's no real definition of when this taxable event takes place. So it's open for interpretation. So that means if you have, and Binance allows you to have certain like wallets, like you'll have a spot wallet, you'll have a funding wallet, etc. But every time you put your one hand in your one pocket and take money and put it in your other pocket, and you keep doing that, you're going to be charged tax. There's certain principles that you can't tax on gross. You have to tax specifically on your profit, on what you actually making as a company. So by all means, tax us on the commission that we earn in from the Kenyan community, but don't tax on transactions, because then and it's a withholding tax mechanism that puts us at the deficit where we have to withhold the tax. Industries that when they were starting, like aviation, and we were in the parliamentary sessions with that, they had VAT exempted for almost 20 years. Like, I don't even know how long they had VAT exempted, right, when they were starting off as an industry to obviously promote it. So if we use that thinking, it should apply to infancy industries as well.
We want Kenya to be the hub where companies serving 300 million plus Africans are seated. And that will mean a lot of employment opportunities for Kenyans, a lot of foreign direct investment for Kenya, and a lot of thought leadership in as far as Kenya is concerned. Because a lot of you understand that Kenya calls itself the Silicon Savannah. So in this next age of financial evolution, if Kenya becomes the first country to do that, then we will properly be the proper Silicon Savannah.
Crypto is an investment tool. It can make you get rich. But because of our nature as human beings, where you want to get rich and you want to rush into that, we tend to run into things without actually understanding it first. So as much as there is adoption that is coming in, a lot of the conversation you'll hear from my colleagues here at the table today is really pushing on education. Because that is one of the pillars that we want to cement when it comes to crypto adoption, especially within Kenya.